You can start.
Do you ever thought that in your society
If you
many
ever
cities
thought that 시죠. 다시 하세요.
네, NG였습니다. 네.
좋습니다.
Did you ever thought that
Have
in
you
your
ever thought
다시 할게요. Have you ever thought that in your society many citizens are having severe bad health, or does your society has severe traffic jam, so many cars are having not very good condition? Then you have to see this topic very carefully. Hello, my name is Jay from TAMF class, and today I'm going to introduce you guys about pedestrian-friendly cities. There are 4 contents I'm going to talk about you guys. First one is that why we made this system and the problems about current systems. Second one is that why pedestrian-friendly city has the advantage and current system. Third, I'll just briefly take an example of pedestrian-friendly system by giving Bordeaux as example. And lastly, we'll see summarizing video and take quiz time and end today's lesson. So first, why many people are thinking that current system has problem? First, maybe the most obvious problem is obesity, or as AKA health problems. Many people are, if they are car reliant, they are tend to not move a lot. And also because of that, they become more lazy and lazy. So again, they really don't want to move again. So as for example, in 2022 in USA, which has the most cars in the world, says that 53% of their citizens are in obesity. Second one is, as I said, traffic jam. Because there are more cars are made and many people are trying to move very efficiently, not better than walking or riding bicycles. They tend to buy a car and just go faster. But because there is too much cars in one district, the roads are just in full, and although you ride cars, it is slower than just walking. And lastly, maybe the most important problem is environment damage. Because in car, if you just use this until now, most cars are using fossil fuels as their fuels. And in fossil fuels, if you burn the fossil fuel, then there is a lot of bad chemicals such as carbon dioxide and so much more harmful things to our ecosystem. So because of that, our environment could be really turned bad. So we saw that why current system has problems and why pedestrian-friendly cities system has better points than just current system. First one, as I said, because current system has severe problem of obesity, many people can get better health. If the government tries to say just walk or ride bicycle, then just ride some car or public transportation, then many people can move their body and be active, and they can do some action in the outdoors. So they are tend to exercise, and that means that they can get better health. And secondly, you can save money. As you know, walking and riding bicycles don't need any money, but riding car needs money for fossil fuel. If they need to regularly give fuel to their inside, such as engine or internal devices. And for public transportation, such as buses or taxis, I know that most people have to pay money for that. And lastly, the most important point is that we can save Earth. Some scientists are saying that if we keep those ride these much cars and do not walk, just 17 years later, the average temperature can go 1.5 Celsius more, which is so dangerous for us. So if we must not be late, and starting from now, we have to walk and do not use cars a lot. And for lastly, I'll just take brief example of public, no, pedestrian-friendly cities for Bordeaux, France. Bordeaux, France has 4 zones in their city. First one is old city parks, or as we can say, historical sites, or so famous places. These countries, no, these parts of city has to be allowed if you want to ride car, such as if you are living inside the city, or if you are from the government, or if you are from the hospital and just taking some emergency patients to inside the city, then you can go and ride the car. Second one is June 30, which means just normal city as you imagine. And for this, as normal, you just have to promise that the maximized speed you can go with car is 30 kilometers per hour, which is still too slow. And third, there is only walking zone, and as the name, there is no roads. So although you don't want to walk, you must walk. And lastly, there is meeting zone. Many people will think why this name is like this, and the reason is that the part of meeting zone, there's thousands of roads, and it could be also country. So you just have to be careful with the speed, which is the maximized of 20 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's see. Summarizing video.
Most American cities are built for cars. Cars doing 65 on highways and quasi-highways that cut through the city. Cars packed in like sardines in standstill bridge traffic. Cars snaking around roads that make no sense. Here's the problem with all that. Those highways create stark divisions between neighborhoods. Thousands of cars idling for hours results in heavy air pollution. And those streets are near impossible for people on foot to navigate. All of those things contribute to a city that's not an easy or healthy place to live. And that sucks, scientifically speaking. By 2050, 2/3 of the global population will live in cities. As concentrated areas of human activity, cities contribute upward of 70% of global emissions.
If we want to not bring on climate change, then it's amazing how key walking is to that.
We talked to Dan Burden, walkability expert, on what makes a city that's good for humans. And he says these are the most important factors. 1. Density. All the places where you live, work, and play are close together. 2. Short blocks, dense intersections. The shorter the blocks and more frequent the stop signs, the less likely drivers are to speed from intersection to intersection. 3. Buildings have to address the street. That means they're easy and inviting for pedestrians to interact with. 4. Make streets social gathering places. 5. Biophilic design. Combine nature with urban spaces. To accomplish all this, cities have to spend money on things like better design and better transit systems, instead of more car-focused infrastructure like extra lanes and more parking. To get people to walk, they have to take away the incentive to drive. And while there's loads of progress to be made, a bunch of US cities have taken big steps to make their cities more walkable. Portland, I know, but come on, has prioritized narrower streets and biker and pedestrian-friendly infrastructure over highways and parking for the past 4 decades. Chicago recently turned an old abandoned railway into a park for pedestrians and bikers. What are the benefits of more walkable cities? Well, Burden tells us having parks within a walkable distance can decrease a community's obesity rate by 50%. And according to Burden, walking or biking to work has the calming effect of a shot of Valium. And employees who do walk or bike to work are 20% more productive. Walking also has important social and cultural benefits, Burden says. The more you walk in your community, the more you interact with your neighbors and have a richer, more fulfilling social and emotional life.
Okay, so for last, we'll take quiz time. What is a major problem about car-reliant lifestyle?
Obesity? That's
Yes.
what Adong said, yeah.
And next question, what is major advantage about the system of PFC?
Health and money?
Yes. And lastly, what are 4 zones that were in the Bordeaux?
하정이. All citizens. Walking zone, meeting place. And what was the one? Again.
I'm saying that there are 4 zones, including zone 30.
Drone 30.
Walking place,
Walking place.
meeting place,
Sitting place.
and old city, please.
Old city place.
Yes, it is right.
Okay.
Thank you for
Alright.
listening.
Okay. Good job. 뭐지? 예전처럼 뭐죠? 항상 규일이는 앞에가 intro가 excellent, right? Asking question and making it very relevant to you. So we are interested in your presentation, what you have to say. So I think you keep doing this, okay? Making an intro very, very interesting. Yeah, it's excellent. 그리고 나는 이거 지금 구도도 조금 뭔가 재밌는 것 같아요. obesity랑 traffic jam이랑 environmental problem을 들어서 이렇게 pedestrian friendly cities가 more walkable city로 바뀌었을 때 우리에게 오는 장점이랑 예시 들은 게 굉장히 좋았던 것 같아요. Something that I didn't
감사합니다.
expect. Yeah, something that I didn't expect because like I was thinking more of like what makes the pedestrian friendly city, you know? So I wanted to see like, is it walkable? Is it like because of less traffic? Is it because of, you know, I don't know, like wide pedestrian road? Is it because of good traffic system or traffic light system, or, you know, so I could think about like so many different factors, but I think, you know, your presentation was like different from other people, but I think it's good enough. Yeah, cool.